everyone, and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today we're looking at The Plant Lady, a floral colouring book with succulents and flowers by the Mint Gardener, aka Sarah Simon. So first of all, the book is square. It has a bit of gloss to the title, hopefully you can see that in the light. It has a matte cover, and on the back you've just got a little bit of blurb which reads, "Slow down, relax and let your imagination take root in the pages of this wildly inspiring colouring book. Follow along as artist Sarah Simon of The Mint Gardener and her favourite illustrated character, Florence the Plant Lady, guide you on a creative journey to savour sweet moments in nature. Wander from scenes of a book nook filled with plants to a hiking trail in the Pacific Northwest and explore gardens filled with everything from sunflowers to artichokes. If you love flowers, plants and pausing to appreciate the beauty and wonder of the natural world, then you'll enjoy getting creative with The Plant Lady." So as you can tell from that, it's all about nature, all about plants, flowers, succulents, and all that good stuff. So the very, very first page is just a frame. So I guess you can put whatever you want in the centre there. It could have been a title page or a book belongs to page, but that actually comes next. You've got your nameplate page here. Now I'm going to come across, hopefully get both sides of the book in because it is a double-sided book. Now the first thing that you've got is a little bit of a introduction from Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, forgot already. And it's just telling you that the plant lady, who is called Florence, who is her kind of muse for everything. She said the plant lady first introduced herself to me early one morning as I sat at my great-grandmother's writing desk. I had a new set of pens and paints and couldn't wait to create before the rest of the house woke, and the daily routine began another dance around the clock. We have a few beautiful eucalyptus trees in the backyard of our Seattle home, and I was struck by how the sunlight danced off the small round sage green leaves whenever they shook in the breeze. I decided to recreate a few of the monochromatic green colours and thought to myself, what a lovely plant this is. Should I draw a vase to hold the branches? Or maybe a person? Before I knew it, the plant lady was born. Her long arms followed me in ink lines, framing the colourful leafy boughs. Her face hid behind the branches, with her arms cradling a fascinating hobby. I named her Florence, and just like that, she was here to stay. So, yeah, easy for me to explain it when I'm reading the actual explanation, but I guess the plant lady is just the character that Sarah puts into her illustrations, and you'll see as we go through. She's not in every single one, but she is there. So yes, as I say, it is a double-sided book, so there's an illustration on the front and back of every page. Here she is, the plant lady. You never see her face. She's always covered by some sort of foliage. And yes, so it is basically all to do with plants, flowers, the garden, leaves, foliage, all of that. As you can see here, I've started to colour a peony. I think I did that with Arteza pencils. I was just testing to see what the tooth of the paper was like, and actually it is quite a smooth stock. Usually with this smooth of a paper I would recommend that you use pens, but it's also quite a thin paper. So I've done a little bit of an experiment on the back just to see if things bleed and shadow, which I'll get to in a moment. So you can see we've got some repeat patterns, we've got some actual scenes, plant ladies on her bike, and then we've got simple showcases of just one type of flower centered in the page. So we've got a wallpaper repeat pattern in the background here, and again, and then we have the plant lady Florence holding her puppy. And I absolutely adore this scene. It is very intricate and detailed and quite shaded in some places, but I like the depth of the scene. You've got the mountains in the background there, and this really dense forest. So some of the pages don't have much on them at all, as you can see from this illustration. We've just got a chair with a cat on it. I think it's a cat. Could be a dog, actually. I don't know. It's a cat or a dog. and then other pages are absolutely packed from top to bottom, left to right with illustration. So it's kind of a mishmash. You've got just one flower here, and then you've got a whole outdoor scene. So that's a huge frond, isn't it? Is that a palm frond? I don't know. I really should learn about more plants and flowers so I can actually name these when I do these books. I believe this is some sort of lily. I really like this one because it's quite simple, but there's still a lot of colouring to do, but I think it'll look really nice if you just keep the palette limited. So maybe make all of these flowers one colour, like a pink or a red, and then the green obviously on the branches, and it will just keep it nice and cohesive. A wallpaper pattern again. We've got Florence sitting reading a book covered by an oak leaf. We've got some hanging planters and some big exotic looking leaves. We've got another wallpaper pattern, and then Florence amidst all of her lovely flowers. They look absolutely massive if that's to scale. Sunflowers. This would actually be a really good book to buy just to practice colouring different species of flowers. As you know, I'm planning on doing a series of how to colour different flowers. I really was using that peony to kind of practice that as well, but I don't know whether that looks just a little bit too basic. I need to have a look at some reference photos of peonies before I film the tutorial. So we've got inside of Florence's home. It says there's always room for more plants, more books and more love. What an amazing sentiment. I want that on a canvas. This kind of looks a little bit like a rough poppy, but again, I'm probably wrong. This is a bouquet of flowers taken from an unusual kind of point of view. So it's looking down at the bouquet in your hands like a bird's eye view. You can see her feet there. So that's interesting. There's absolutely nothing on this page at all, which I think is the first one where there's nothing on it. It's a bit strange. So you've just got different bouquets of wildflowers put together, sprinkled in with these wallpaper type pages and repeating patterns. And this one's really nice, the sun rays coming up from behind. Hopefully I'm still in camera, the book keeps moving. Oh, so this is sign language, or, oh no it isn't, is it sign language, or is it just the letters spelling love, like anyone could do? I don't know, maybe that is sign, I don't know. Anyway, oh, this is nice. This is like a mirror image of this huge spray of flowers. Again here. Oh, I like this one. Cluster crystals with some, what looks like hummingbirds, maybe. Yeah, it's a really nice one. Some more patterns. If these were bigger, if these pages were bigger, they'd make fantastic wrapping paper. Oh, we've got some vegetables here, so I can see what looks like a turnip or a radish. I don't know, I'm crap at vegetables as well. Not too much I'm good at. Not good at plants and flowers, not good at naming vegetables. Oh, I like this one. So it's all the family together. It almost looks like 4 generations just against this huge wall of flowers. And we've got leaves, so you could practice all different leaf combinations. I've got a video for that, go and find it. I think it's called 15 leaf combinations in 5 minutes or something like that. Yeah, just more sprays and bouquets and repeat patterns. It's all kind of a very, you know, looping format. There we are, and here is where I tested my pen. So I actually used this one. It's a Tombow marker. It is the water-based one. It's not the alcohol one, because obviously alcohol bleeds through everything, so there's no point me even testing that. And what I did was I just put one layer down first, and then I layered up again twice over this side of the pot, just so we can see what bleed through we've got going. Now, as you can see on the back, it is not too bad at all, but there is definite ghosting there, definite shadowing. So if you were colouring something in markers on one side, you would get that kind of ghosting showing through. So really, it's up to you what you want to do. I wish that the paper was a bit thicker. It is quite a thin stock. It kind of reminds me of printer paper, and there's not very much tooth to it at all. But I guess you could cover the page in gesso or gesso, whatever you call it, and then use whatever you like, because it won't make a difference. You could even use watercolour paints, I suppose, but with it being quite a thin stock, I don't know how that would buckle. But yeah, have an experiment if you do love the book. It says here at the back that Sarah Simon is the founder, artist and author behind The Mint Gardener. Finding inspiration in the ever-blooming variety of textures and colours in her urban garden of the Pacific Northwest, Sarah creates lush watercolour paintings in a unique artistic style that has captured an international following through her website, Instagram, Etsy and online painting courses. So yeah, if you want to go and find out more about Sarah, see what else she's up to, just follow her at The Mint Gardener. And there we go. So as usual, the link will be in the description for you to go and buy this book if you loved it. So yeah, go ahead, take a look in the description. I don't do prices anymore on these reviews because they fluctuate too much. For example, you know, a video that I did 5 years ago, the price isn't going to be the same. So if I want to have these videos lasting for posterity, I can't really put in any price information. It just wouldn't stand. So do click the link in the description to just go ahead and see how much it is right now. And again, let me know in the comments what you thought of the book. Love to hear from you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've been looking through my analytics and it seems as though over half of my viewers are people who haven't subscribed. So please subscribe if you like this content, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.